Let's have a look at this demonstration. If it's difficult for you to remember this set, the general rule of thumb is that utensils are generally placed in the order of their use. So, when in doubt, start from the outside and work your way in. Another handy trick is to think of solids on your left and liquids on your right. Wondering which bread plate is yours? It'll be the one on your left. Your water, wine, and coffee cups will be on your right. On this simple diagram, you can see the anatomy of a table setting. Here you can see place plate. The place plate is placed 1 inch from the edge of the table. If the first course is already on the place plate, the napkin is placed to the left of the forks. Otherwise, the napkin will be on the plate. Forks, flatware. Handles of the flatware are aligned at the bottom. The forks, no more than 3, are at the left of the place plate, placed in order of use, working from the outside in. The oyster fork is the only fork on the right side with the knives. Tines of the fork placed upward, located across the soup spoon, or parallel with the knives. Often in North America, the salad is served prior to the main course. In this case, the salad fork is positioned the furthest from the plate on the left. One would use this fork first. In the case of French-style dining, the salad would be served after the main course. In this case, the salad fork would be positioned next to the plate. Knives. Knives, no more than 3, are at the right of the place plate in order of use, from the outside in, with the cutting edge toward the plate. The only spoon, for a first course, is placed to the right of the knives. Dessert silverware. The dessert fork and spoon are above the place plate. The bowl of the spoon facing left. The fork below facing right. In the most formal setting, the dessert fork and spoon are brought in on the dessert plate. Glassware. No more than 4 glasses are set on the table, in order of use, for water, white wine, red wine, and champagne, from the left to the right. Stemware. Note that the shapes of each type of stemware. They all have a unique shape and should only be used for their respective drinks. Bread and butter dish. The butter plate, optional, has the knife placed across the top of the plate. Handle to the right, edge of blade toward the user. The salt and pepper are above the place plate. Pepper to the left of salt. Larger salt and pepper shakers to be shared are placed slightly below the wine glasses and between every 2 place settings. Keep in mind, you should wait for your host to begin eating before you start. Don't pick up your fork and start eating until the host does so first. Don't start eating until everyone at the table has been served their food, unless the host indicates that you can. At the end of the meal, you should place your used silverware close together on the plate, with the utensils entirely on the plate, less than 1 inch of the silverware over the side of the plate. This is a signal to the servers that your meal is finished and the dishes can be removed. The correct way to cut your meat, whether eating American or continental style, is to grasp your knife and fork in a relaxed, natural manner, never with clenched fists. In the American style of eating, after cutting your meat, you switch the fork to your right hand. Place your fork on the plate, spear a piece of meat, and then eat it. In the continental eating style, you keep your fork in your left hand and convey the food to your mouth after cutting each piece. The knife remains in your hand and may be subtly used to get meat or any other food to stay in place.